welcome back to what I believe is the final episode, or not episode, but the final video within this um, playlist of making a simple dropper game, right? So last time we left off, didn't have this little baby here in my lap, but now I do. Now I do. It's about his nap time, and he's refusing to go to sleep. Or not. That happened quick. I guess I'm a boring person. Thanks, Jackson. Well, I'm going to bring him upstairs, get him in his bed, and then I'll be back, and I'll just switch directly to my computer, and we can get the features added to this almost finished project. And I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty. Squeaky chair. The squeak is real. Oh my god, it is so squeaky. So as you can see from behind me, I'm actually in the middle of doing some packing. So moving into a different place. So I got laundry like all across my couch. It's a very big couch. Goes all the way, wraps around all the way to the end of that wall. So I got to put a lot of laundry on it. All right, so my computer's not all that great. So to reduce the lag, I'm actually going to turn the webcam back off. Let's hop right into making this game fabulous. Okay, that was gay. Let's make it nice. So one of the things I also mentioned was the skybox. So let's go ahead and import that skybox so I can just show you how that works as well. It's the Farland Skies, the free version. There is also a paid one. So this is the one I'm going to use. Go ahead and import. So there is some demos and then the skybox themselves. Don't need a demo, so I'm just going to uncheck that. Everything else here looks pretty nice. So we're going to keep that. We're going to hit import. I'm not too sure how long this is going to take to import, but it shouldn't be very long. It should not be very long. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of like pause the video and just pick up after it's complete. All right, and the import is complete. You can see here that in the asset there's a Farland Skies folder that appeared. So now how to use that is just make sure that your main camera is set to Skybox. And now to change your Skybox, go ahead and go to Windows. In case you don't have this panel already open, you would go to Windows, rendering and lighting settings. Right, once you're here, you scroll up, should be the top one, environment, and then skybox material. If we click this, mine has popped up on my other screen. Just let me drag it over. And this here should pop up, and now we can see that we have the 5 skyboxes that came with the asset we just downloaded. I'm going to choose that one, and it looks fairly nice. Let's run the game and see how it looks. So you can see that as soon as they spawn, we see them, and they just kind of pop up. And that's where the fog is going to come in. So I'm going to hide them behind the fog. And so they just smooth their way in. And to do that, and I'm going to show you how that works. Let's go back to that same place. So Windows, and then Window, and then Rendering, and then Lighting Settings. And you see you got your skybox. If you go all the way to the bottom, there's one called Fog. Just check that. And then if we click on the color here, this is the color we're going to make the fog. So I'm going to use a little swatcher right here and pick like a similar color as the background. So that works. And then I'm going to turn this up to like a 0.04. And then I'm just gonna play and see how it looks. You can see how it, you know, they kind of start, but I still think the color might be too dark. It's more like this one here. Yeah, you see that? They just kind of smooth their way in because they're behind a layer of fog, and this is how you turn up that fog. See what I mean? It's like a 0.4 was a good choice. At this point, you don't see it until it's kind of somewhat close. I think, yeah, 4 is pretty good. Now I made some of those changes while it was playing, so it didn't take. So just go ahead and make sure I do it again. And I selected about this color. Play it one more time just to make sure that it looks great. Let's see it spawn. That's nice. It just kind of ease in. Yep. Yeah, it's better. All right, let's do some scoring, right? Let's get a nice font for that. And I like to keep myself organized, so let's create a folder to keep our font. We'll pick up a nice free font online and use that for our score, right? Run over to Google. Mine is loading up on my second monitor. Let me just bring it over for us. Here we go. So run up to Google. You can search 1001 font. Should give you this site here. Free font, baby. Yeah. And I always save what I typed in earlier. So the cool thing about this is that you can like put in your custom text here to see how it would look in the font as you're searching for the font. So I'm gonna have my score and then, you know, colon, and then it's probably, you know, gonna give us the score, whatever the score may be. So I'll throw some numbers in there and see how it looks. This is not looking too bad. Let's go to, there's so many categories. My game is more of a very blocky style, maybe 3D, or maybe grungy. You know, this looks nice. So you pick the one you like. For in my case, I'm gonna pick this one. Just hit download. And of course, these guys are awesome with this site, so you might want to donate if you feel the need to. So you see it downloaded the package for me. I'm just gonna go to where it's located. So show in folder. And this is it right here. I do some video editing, so don't mind those. Extract. And what is it called? Invited. And here is the font. Take the font and just put it in. You just drag it and drop it in your font folder. And that's it. You're done. So next you can go ahead and create UI and then a text. I like to center my text both in the horizontal and vertical settings. Select the font, right? Boom. Time score. Like that. And let's go to the scene, switch it to 2D, locate the font. I'm just gonna kind of put it here, make it bigger. And you can use these little swatches here. It's in the middle to kind of just make sure you're always aligned based on the width of the screen. So I'm gonna say best fit, maximum size 100. That's not looking too bad. I might want to change the color. White's looking good. Black's looking good. Let's see. Blue, green, gray. No. This color of that isn't bad either. This isn't bad here. That looks great too, but white looks pretty nice and black looks pretty nice. We're just gonna go with the black. Alright, and we'll just call this score text, or not, score label. Score label is what it's called, right? So with the let's see. So we're gonna apply a score each time we hit the I can't talk. We're going to apply a score each time we hit the platform. Each time the ball hit the platform. So we can look into doing a on collision with the platform move script. So let's do it. Each platform will simply register when the ball hits it. And if that's true, it just send a message to maybe the random spawner. Let's see, is this? Yeah, maybe to this script or any of the other script that just always maintain themselves on the scene. Can house the UI and update the UI. So yeah, we can close this, and this, and kind of just use these two. The platform will have this, and this will have this. We can even use the bullet one if we wanted to. The platform one is just as good. Either one will, it's either the bullet or the platform, so that's fine. Since I already have the platform one open, let's do it. And we're gonna do the on collision, enter. Perfect. And just like we did in the, was it bullet spawner with the on trigger, and then we checked if it had a tag, we're gonna do the same for this one. We'll check if the tag is the bullet, and we'll just set that after we code this in. So if statement, so if the collided object, which is this, the collision, you just copy paste it in there. If the collision dot game object dot tag equals, and we'll give it a name for now, bullet. So if that is the tag, and we'll set that up. We can even set that up right now. It's just a prefab for bullet. And then you see that it's on tagged. Just create a tag. Just have to be the same name, bullet. Right? So go back now to bullet, and you see it there. Boom. That's all we got to do there. So now if it is, just got to send the message over to maybe the random spawner, right? And to do that, we simply got to create a reference to that script, so that each time these platforms spawn in, they can call the same reference without having issues. Because you got to remember, each time a platform spawns, it spawns with its own unique version of this script. And so it's not, you can't like create the reference and drag and drop it in there, because it's never really on the scene permanently. So we're just going to find the game object that has it. So spawn points has the random spawner on it, right? And this is how this is going to work. So spawn points, random spawner. We need to grab or get to that script. So just create a reference. We can do a private, right? And then the name of the script, which is random spawner. And just call it random script for now. So in the start, we just got to say that random script equals, and the keyword here is fine. keyword is game object dot find, and then the name. So find this game object. But we're not done because this is a script that has, and that's what we're looking for. So find the game object dot and get the component off that game object that's called random spawner. Boop boop. Done. Right? So it made that reference. So if the bullet is actually the one that's hitting it, we can say random script at this point dot set score, which does not exist yet. Yeah, set score, boom, and we'll send 5. So this does not exist. The set score does not exist, and we're sending 5 each time. Save it. And we'll go back to this. We need to create a public function that will set the score. So in here now we'll create, which is this script. So once we create the UI reference placeholder here, it should pop up, and then we'll do our set score and you know what I'm saying. Just watch, you'll see. Don't believe me, just watch. So this has to be public. Oh, we also need Unity.UI. Let's not forget. All right, and then we can make the public text, and we just call it score label. Okay, so then we need a public void set score. Is that what whatever we call it here. I'll just copy this, bring it over here, paste. Let's try that again. Paste. Right? Then the body for it. Oh, my mouse is messing up. So instead of the 5 there, just say int x. Done deal. Save. Now this is not throwing any error. That's fine. This is not throwing any errors either. If we go back to Unity, it should compile here and give us that slot, that reference slot that we need. Just like tie in the score. And there it is. Score label. We can drag it. Put it over there. So that's all tied up. So now let's actually add score. So all we got to do is we're going to have something to keep track of the score. So we can create a private integer, just call it score. Right? Then when the game starts, you know, score will be a 0. Just reset it each time the game starts. Just, you know, just set it. I mean, this is not like mandatory. Each time you restart Unity, it's gonna reset itself anyways. Well, you know, just to have a clean slate. So you simply say score is score plus x, basically, equals whatever score is plus x. That makes sense to you. So if we send it 5, then score becomes 5. If we send it another 5, score will be 5 plus x. So it keeps adding and adding and adding. Another simpler way to do this is do a plus, the plus equal x. That's another way of adding it together. We can do that. It's simpler, it's easier. And then we're simply going to update the UI at this point. So label dot text equals, we just got to put the score. See, the score, right? but we got to convert it to string. So the keyword would be obviously toString and done. And that's it. That is actually it. So, no, that's not it actually. I was just thinking we need it to stay scored in the columns and then, the output. So let's not forget to do that. We got to do it here in the start as well. So we want to do, as soon as the game starts, the score is going to be this, right? Score, boom, just like that. Yeah, that's what we want it to say. And then we also want this to say the same thing. So just drop that there and then add on the number right after, like that. Does that make sense? All right, let's test it and run it, and I think we're good to go. All right, compiling is finished. Just click the play button, waiting for it to turn blue, and there it is. Let's score and see what happens. Boom, 5 points. Ooh, 10 points. So my UI did get a little smaller there, it shrunk a little bit. And that's an easy fix. You see, like right now, that's what it has. If I add that other space and space again, so it is able to hold 2 digits after. Oh, there it is. It shrunk. So we just got to tell it to maintain this size. So what we could do is just give it 0, 0. I like the quick fixes, right? I like the quick fixes. Let's give it the 0, 0. And then, yeah, I think that's good. Maybe make this 20. Go here. Make it a little bigger. So just, it will always keep this size, right? All right, so let's go back. Let's play. Okay. Oh, and the last thing is that we're doing the best fit. Check that off and just let's give it a one-time fit. Right? So it looks like 60 would be doable. Either way, I'm going to make it slightly bigger. There we go. So at this point, guys, you can go ahead and add sound, add like a way for the player to lose, because right now it's just a win-win kind of game. Increase the speed on stuff, because that's all here. That's all controllable in the bullet manager, right? You got the speed of the bullet here at 800. In the spawn point, you got the spawn speed. So you can increase and pawn these things. Set this to 1. I have to just restart. Yeah, we set this to like 1. You get more frequent spawns, right? The lower this number, the quicker they spawn. Remember that. So now we get 1, 2, 3, 4. The spawn rate much faster, right? And this is actually still a good, decent. Yeah, I think having it at 1 could be like, like a level 1. To be honest, it's not even that bad. It's still pretty. It's so satisfying just to see the platforms get wrecked and fall, right? And then you can change the bullet. And if we put this at like 2000, you see the difference here. Play around with it. You can add sounds. You can add levels where the background, not background, but the skybox will change. So much you can do here. But appreciate you guys watching. Definitely, if you learned something from this very short playlist tutorial of how to make a simple game, Definitely subscribe. Definitely, I enjoy the feedback and help us here just grow the channel. Again, hey, thank you guys for watching. I'm really chill. I do read all the comments, even the negative ones. I don't take it to heart. I just use it as a fuel to improve and get better. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope this was helpful to somebody. Like there was something in here that you didn't know how to do, and after watching this, you now know. All right, Coded Noob signing out. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Hey, you should become a part of this positive and educational channel by hitting that subscribe button. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.